Thank you, Chair, and thank you all for coming today. Perhaps, Dr. Johnson, we could just start with a brief question. How long did Rob Vertesi work at BOM?
I have no idea, Senator. I don't know.
Could I get that on notice then, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Just following on from Senator Rennick's questions, the peer review that was conducted in 2010-2011 and reported in September 2011, called the Australian Climate Observations Reference Network Surface Air Temperature Dataset, that did an assessment, a review of the maths and the arithmetic, but it didn't assess the reasons or the validity for any data changes. And secondly, it didn't assess or comment on the choice of stations in the national average. These are the two fundamental parameters that drive the ACORN dataset, and that they weren't assessed, and yet the public thinks they've been peer reviewed.
Senator, just again, building on my answers to Senator Rennick's question, I just don't think it's very helpful to cherry pick one particular review to suit this particular purpose that you have, which is to question the integrity of the Bureau's data records. That review was commissioned for a specific purpose. I don't think the Bureau can be held responsible if its terms of reference didn't happen to meet the question that you're seeking to answer now. We've had two further independent reviews that have comprehensively evaluated the integrity of that data set, including things like choice of location, measurement technologies, all of these matters which have been raised in this chamber many times before and hopefully won't be raised consistently going forward, because I think it's well and truly on the public record that the very best experts in the world have had a look at this, and that they've affirmed the integrity of the Bureau's data set is of the highest order.
Well, thank you for that answer, but my understanding is that another peer review, supposedly peer review, was done in October 2018, and that had the same comments. But let's leave that aside. Why does the Bureau of Meteorology not follow sound scientific process and methodology when it makes changes to data recording, especially temperature? Specifically,
well,
why
Senator,
didn't you... Excuse me, I'd like to finish my questions, please.
Senator, I reject the premise of your question.
Dr. Johnson, you consistently interject and talk over a senator answering the question. You have asked for a senator to not interrupt while you are answering. Please do not interrupt while a senator is asking the question.
I apologise, Chair.
Senator Roberts.
So, according to Appendix 2 in the document that Senator Rennick and now I have separately referenced, the Appendix 2 says the 10 principles for long-term sustainable climate monitoring. Item number 2 says, quote, a suitable period of overlap for new and old observing systems is required. Now, my understanding is that when the BOM changed from the large Stevenson screens to the small, there was no overlap. Or rather, there were 4 stations that were overlapped, but nobody can get the data from you. So, why is that the case? So,
Senator, just going back, firstly, I fundamentally reject the original premise of your question that the Bureau's methods are unscientific. They are scientific. They are world's best practice, independently affirmed by multiple independent reviews. So the fundamental premise of your question is wrong. The second part of your statement around the fact that there isn't overlapping records kept is also wrong. When we change from different technologies, and we will continue to adapt as new technologies come on board, we absolutely put in a period where we have duality of the previous technology with the new technology, so we can make sure that there's an appropriate comparison between the former and the new technology. That's a matter of course and a matter of record, and those records are available on request.
They are available.
Absolutely.
On request. Thank you very much.
And we often provide them on request.
I want to quote recommendation number 3 from the review that Senator Rennick and I have both referred to. This is a quote. The panel encourages the Bureau to improve the public transparency of ACORN SAT arrangements. This will not only build public confidence in the dataset, but should assist the Bureau in its continuous improvement efforts and its responsiveness to data users. Can we get access to that data?
Senator, all data that the Bureau has is on the public record. It is freely accessible by the public, should the public wish to access it.
So the raw data?
The raw data is available.
ACORN SAT 1?
Data that the Bureau has collected is available.
ACORN SAT 2?
It's available.
Thank you.
Last question, thanks, Senator Roberts.
Recommendation C1 in the same report, same review of 2011 says, quote, A list of adjustments made as a result of the process of homogenisation should be assembled and maintained, which indicates to me it wasn't, and made publicly available along with the adjusted temperature series. Such a list will need to include the rationale for each adjustment. Is that now available publicly?
I'd like to listen to your question again because it's a long question. Maybe you could table it, but my understanding from my colleague is that the answer is yes.
So the public can access the reasons why
Yes.
homogenisation
Yes.
and the data behind it.
Exactly, and I'd encourage
Right.
the public, any members of the public who have an interest in this matter, to go to our website. There is quite an extensive explanation of the methods behind it. The reviews are publicly available. The Bureau has been fully transparent with its methods and processes, Senator. There's nothing to
Thank you.
hide. We have
Thank you
nothing
very
to
much.
hide here.
Thank you very much, because the integrity of the bomb is extremely important to us.
It's extremely important to the Australian community.
Thank you, Chair.